Craft, design, and launch NFTs effortlessly across multiple blockchains. From generating high-quality visuals to enhancing audio, scripting, and minting digital assets, Call AI's advanced tools empower creators of all kinds, developers, designers, artists, and innovators alike. Now available on mobile, Call AI brings everything you need into one seamless platform, giving you the power to create anytime, anywhere.
Click the link at the top.
My question to you, Sam, man, is this the beginning of the end? Because I'm sure more stuff is going to come out. When we first started this, we had this one little, 10-second clip or whatever the case may be. But this one might be it for him, man. What's your thoughts? You think this the audio that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Yeah, and look, I'm not. Again, I said this about 3 or 4 times already in this live these last 15 minutes. I don't want to see it happen. I don't wish anything bad on Shannon Sharpe. I don't wish anything on any black man, especially black men that have found success. But that does not absolve you from wrong fucking doing. Period. It doesn't. And when you look at this situation and you look at other black men that are currently in jail, R. Kelly and Diddy, 2 people, for example, they got more stuff on Shannon Sharpe. I've seen more stuff on Shannon Sharpe the last 2-3 days as far as evidence is concerned that I've seen on Diddy and R. Kelly fucking combined. And they're in jail. They're in jail. We got Diddy in jail off of a terrible video we saw him and Cassie abusing that woman. Shouldn't have happened. And hearsay. We got R. Kelly in jail over a video 30 years ago of a fuzzy video that we think might have been him and some terrible documentaries, and he's sitting in jail. We don't have audio of him trying to choke a white 19-year-old OnlyFans model, or trying to extort her for 10, or trying to pay her off, for $10 million while she's trying to extort him for 50. This is nasty work here, man. But I'm curious, will the same energy be given to I'll say this, if it doesn't get taken to the extent that we've seen it getting taken to other extents, then I definitely think that there's more of a conspiracy against a R. Kelly and a Diddy, and we have to ask why they're sitting in jail. When you look at what we're seeing right now, I don't want to see Shannon Sharpe in jail. I do not want to see that man in cuffs. I think that would be a travesty after everything that he's done to see that man in the cuffs. I don't want to see that. I don't. But when you look at evidence, it's more out there on him right now than it is on people in jail.
I want to, I don't know if you see Davin Lewis. I want you to answer this one. Imagine black men trying to be thespians of truth when it comes to picking women, when they pick Horrible Daily. Y'all want him to fall because he looks like you. Being a freak isn't a crime.
Nobody said he committed a crime. Who said he committed a crime?
Right.
Who said he committed a crime? Who said he should be in jail?
Right.
Nobody said that.
Right.
Nobody said that. But we got to stop going under the assumption just because they have the same skin color as us, as they're being railroaded. Because that same person with the same skin color was railroading Kyrie Irving when he was trying to stand up for himself for speaking against, the Kanye situation with Jewish power in the industry, in sports and things like that. You wagged your fucking hand at him on national TV when he did that. You wag your hand at athletes all the time when they do things that are against you. Now you aren't susceptible, to being criticized when you out here doing nut shit.
Right.
Nobody made him have a conversation with a 19-year-old OnlyFans model. Nobody made him go out here and threaten to choke her or throw her $10 million to keep away more secrets. Nobody here made him do that. Nobody. So miss me with that shit. And ain't nobody trying to put him in jail. But if he ends up doing more and he ends up in jail, you can't blame us for that shit. He made his bed. He got to lay in it. Ain't nobody make him say that. Come on now.
And what regular dude runs around saying, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to choke you.
Right.
I'm going to choke you in public. Like, we can't excuse that shit.
Right.
I never said that to no chick ever. I'm going to choke the shit out you. I'm going to choke you in public.
Right.
I mean, that's just weird, bro. He could be freaky as he want. He can mess with an 18-year-old. It's legal. But all this other stuff, he talking about putting hands on her. She's saying no means no. That shit look crazy. And if you watch us, we've been the only channel that I've seen that have stood up for these guys when everybody else turned their back. When people turn their back on Diddy, when they turn their back on R. Kelly, when they turn their back on Bill Cosby, who was the one saying, hold on, let's just wait and see. Hold on, this is a money grab. Hold on. So I don't want to hear that shit. We dealing with the stuff that's coming in daily and we're talking about it. Do I think he should be in prison? No. Do I think he should be in jail? No. But this looks bad. Can't defend it right now. Now, do I think that he may have meant that? Now, the first order that was put out when he said, "I'm gonna choke you." It sounds a little kinky.
Right.
This one a little different.
Right.
Like you keep saying this shit like, "I'm gonna choke you in public." I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, maybe choking is a cold word for something else. I'm just saying, bro. We be doing this shit in real time. But go ahead, bro.
My fault. And then he lays out the optics for us. Big black man chokes little white woman. He said it on
Right.
on the phone. He laid out the optics. He already knew what it was going to be. Why you do that? Did you not think you were being recorded? Were you that naive to think that this young lady was not smart enough or not savvy enough to turn a record button on when she sees dollar signs? And that's another red flag that Shannon Sharpe made a fatal mistake in discipline. I'm not saying he broke the law, but he made a fatal mistake in discipline. You are a rich black man in 2025, and you think messing with an OnlyFans model and threatening to choke her, no matter what the perception is, threatening to choke her, and then putting in that I'm a big black man and doing it, you think that makes sense in a society where we see everybody getting taken down? You think that you weren't that you were absolved from that? You were invincible to that? That's crazy work. And then you're gonna watch the trickle down effect, because it almost surprised me to watch Stephen A. Smith get on his podcast and talk about this yesterday. Him doing that, it's almost like, shit, they ain't even trying to protect him at this point. It's out there. It's out there. And like I said, I don't want to see him get locked up. But when you look at what he does for a living on TV, it's almost impossible to sit there for 2 hours and articulate yourself without thinking about this. When you got women at that network, Molly Karam sitting there in the front, a liaison in the whole thing. We see how she acted with LeVar Ball. How you think she's acting behind the scene with this shit? Or people in that network, females. If one of them says they're uncomfortable or they feel triggered by this shit, he's gone. He's gone.
Right. Nah, that's real talk. And it's like people wonder, like, look, we always defended everybody, bro. But this one's kind of hard. Do I believe he's some creep or not like that? No, just a bad discipline and bad judgment, bro. In some states, you can record somebody without their consent. You know, so people saying, "Oh, why she record?" She was setting them up. We understand that.
Yeah, it don't
But
matter.
you put yourself in that position. A bitches are OnlyFans models. What are you messing with her for, dog? You already know what she about. You can't go get a lawyer, a doctor, or something like that, a professional. Like, I just don't know, man. It's to the point where in this society, if he was a white man, he probably can get away with it. A black man's not getting away with this, what he did in this society. It's just not happening. And then what about the fact he offered this girl $10 million, so he knew that they had something on him that will make him look horrible in the media? She said, nah. Why would she say no to $10 million? Because she feel like she can get more.
Yep. And
Don't
10
find a
million
sinker.
and 10 million don't move her, because she's probably getting that on her OnlyFans account. That
Especially
money ain't
now.
moving her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how much she's getting. I've never seen a girl. I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't see the purpose. But that's for me. That's for another topic for another day. But if people out here getting money, you know what I'm saying? And she obviously you obviously found her. So if you found her, there's probably other athletes and stuff that found her. She's getting money. I cannot believe for the life of me that Shannon got on this phone, got on these text threads, and laid out evidence for her to use. That's what I'm more like pissed off about, that he wasn't smart enough and savvy enough, not only as a 55-year-old black man, right, but as an athlete who's been in the NFL, who's been from city to city before social media was around, to know what kind of traps are laid out for these athletes, only to transition into media and watch firsthand, like everybody else, what they've done to a Diddy, what they've done to a Dr. Cosby, what they've done to a Jay-Z just recently, what they've done to Kyrie, what they've done to Kanye, how they put black people, black men in particular, on a pedestal and will publicly lynch you if you do something wrong. Him having all of this knowledge, thought it was still safe enough to go and run his mouth the way he did. It's a level of undiscipline that's just is sad, dog. I think that's what I'm most disappointed about, his lack of discipline in these situations. If you don't want to be married, if you want to go out and live a single bachelor life, cool. But in this society, one, you don't even know if you're a man or a woman. You got to be careful of that. And then two, if somebody's going to try to trap you, And 9 times out of 10, if I was in that position, I had all those millions of dollars, I'm looking at every female like they're trying to trap me. It'll take a lot more hard work to get inside of my life and get inside of my soul, even to have sex, because I'm thinking you trying to trap me, dog.